For some reason, my recorder little thingy messed up or glitched up or something, and only recorded 47 seconds, 15 minutes of me roughing this cartoon. So I don't know that. It is January 29th, 2019, 6:26 p.m. in the evening. I had a couple of ideas and stuff, and I was thinking about doing something on Howard Schultz, which I think I'll do tonight. But then I realized that this cartoon would be dated for Groundhog Day. And I don't typically do a Groundhog Day, though I did do one last year. And the reason I don't do Groundhog Days for that many Groundhog Day cartoons is they're holiday cartoons, you know? So I'm not really too crazy about them. I think it's better if you don't do the cartoon when it comes out and say, it's easy to shadow, so 6 more months of insert bullshit here, you know? Another reason I don't often do Groundhog Day cartoons is because it normally sneaks up on me and I don't realize it's Groundhog Day until it is Groundhog Day. They don't really cover it in the news until the groundhog shows up. They don't cover it tomorrow, the groundhog's gonna show up. You don't really see a lot of news items like that. It's usually the groundhog showed up and he saw a shadow or he didn't see a shadow. That's how the news goes. And you know, more important things are kind of like on my head. The building, the house, the clubhouse, or whatever at Trump National Golf Club actually kind of looks like the building in the background. And looking at the photo, there was a fat guy that looked just like this guy in the cartoon. I made that part up, but probably is. So it's probably true. And I made the douchebag here, not Trump, but the other guy in the suit, look more like Donald Jr., but it was Eric Trump giving the douchebag quotes about the issue. Donald Trump, you know, who spent like past 3 years complaining about immigrants, you know, rapists and murderers and MS-13 and stuff, and people who hire them, he hires them. They work for him for decades. And then they finally went through and fired like dozens of them after they were caught by the press. We always knew that he had hired them, but this is because the Trump organization has come out and admitted it. Now, for people who take it so seriously, you'd think that they would participate in the E-Verify system, but they don't. They just trust the immigrants, that the information that they're giving them, the papers are real, not papers that they bought $120 in an alley in the Bronx, which is what a lot of them did. And even sometimes they would say, hey, these papers aren't good enough. We need more authentic looking papers. And then they would do that. But then they called him in one by one, and they had a list of all of them that they needed to fire, and they fired them one by one. And then they said, well, we didn't know who was legal and not legal. But I'm going to point out here, you had a list. So you probably knew who was legal and who was not. So, yeah, these guys. But here's the thing, they do well to hire these people, and you take advantage of them, and then you bitch that they're here. And these people give you years of their lives to your company, and then you kick them out the door, and you don't even give them severance. No severance. Just goodbye. Here's the thing, these people had half a heart. What they would have done was like, okay, we gotta let you go, gotta fire you. They wouldn't have waited till the press came at them. They would have hired them in the first place. But they also would have offered them legal help. You're a rich asshole company. You're worth billions. You should have offered them legal assistance. That's what I think. But no, the Trump people, they're horrible people. And then Eric Trump, he blames politicians. I forgot the term that he used. What was that term? Something politician? Oh, yeah. I had it here in my blog. Yeah, incompetent politicians. But looking at your quote, I think we ought to blame incompetent employers, incompetent presidents. And looking at Eric Trump's quote, incompetent fathers. I like getting my blog in that one. Alright, we're going to do the comments now. Comment. I know in this cartoon I made everything kind of green, but I didn't want it's got to be too blue. And I gave guys short sleeves and everything to make it look very wintry. And it's going to get really, really, really cold on the East Coast tonight. It looks a little bit more too spring-like for Groundhog Day. If it's 70 degrees, you're probably not worried if the groundhog sees a shadow or not. You're like, fuck you, groundhog. Who cares what you think, groundhog? Alright. Comments. President Oso loved the last one. It's all part of his brilliant strategy. That's definitely what Trump worshippers say. And this was about the cartoon was Trump's head on Nancy Pelosi's wall and his MAGA head followers thinking it's part of his strategy because he's a genius. He's brilliant. TJ came in. He wasn't criticizing my Trump character. He said he's saying it looked like Spawn from the comic books. I never got into Spawn, but I will check out Spawn. And then he calls me a commie. So, I'm just trying to skim through the comment. And let's see, Ariel. Oh yeah, she was trying to get me to say Alexa. She'll just really just light up. You don't want to make it happen to Robert Cotino's either, do you? And she's talking about how I checked out President Oso's YouTube page. Sorry, I'm not thinking very clearly. I just kind of woke up like 30 minutes ago. And Ariel wants to slap my knuckles with a wooden ruler. Sounds like a line in Alanis Morissette song. Which I actually kind of listened to Alanis Morissette's acoustic audio, those cartoons. That's kind of like in my head. Slap me with the splintered ruler. Alright, and then apparently, we're still talking about episode 358, which disappeared and then came back. But I can still go see the comments if I collect my email where I got the comment notifications. That was weird. And see the video. And no, Ariel asked if they ever sent me a notification about that or anything. No, they did not. Nothing at all. Maybe it was just a glitch in the system. Maybe they were still reviewing it or something. I don't know. We talked about the 400 faux pas. I like for us to just forget that. That's not even a human mistake. I don't even know why I did that. That was just like a huge... Because they even advertised it. Anyway, I want to move on from that. And then, it came to like the cartoon, but said there's nothing more to add. Unless Ariel commented. And then Robert's making up song lyrics to the video disappearing and coming back. And then they're talking about the cat came back song. And then the cat came back the very next day, and I don't remember anything else in that. Alright. And Mr. Coutinho was saying to Wimp, the M should have had 3 humps in cursive. I think people still know it said Wimp. And Robert Coutinho's hoping Joe has more wins. Thank the Lord. It's not your comments. Trust me, it's me. I had a huge breakfast. I just discovered Uber Eats. And I've always wanted a place that could deliver breakfast, so I ordered breakfast this morning. And I could barely eat it all, but I ate it all. I had pork chops. I had eggs. I had hash browns and pancakes, yeah. It's like 2 pork chops too, so it's like it was work. It was work. Yeah. I don't normally eat breakfast either. So. See, I almost forgot to do the sign to color it. I thought I was done recording. And then I came back and I'm like, let me go ahead and record that again. I had killed the recorder too, so I had to bring it back up. It's just not really a big deal. I like making Don Jr.'s hair a little bit greasy. Because it looks greasy. Is there like a douchebag brand hair gel? Hair cream? Pomade? I'm a fuck man, goddammit. Alright. Click the red button, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. That's going to be my head all night. I'm a fuck man, goddammit. I don't want fuck. What was the brand? I don't know. Danny Dan? I don't know. Goodbye.